Let me just get set up. No, don't do that. Give me like 10 seconds. Okay. The sound is loud. All right. Go. I'll say when to start time. Get ready on that. Okay. Go.
This pistol.
So hi everyone, this is Mass Effect 2. This is mostly just shootery. So playing as Vanguard because fast. So they have this ability called Charge, which you can see me use a lot like that. Basically kind of like a teleport ability to an enemy. Not all enemies can be charged to. Those ones right there, the game expects you to kill with a grenade launcher that you pick up there, so it won't actually let you do anything other than do that. So this is New Game Plus, for anyone who's wondering. So, interestingly, I don't actually play New Game Plus on max level because there's enemies scaling with your level. So enemies will have a lot more health if you're max level than if you just play at the minimum level you can reach New Game Plus at.
They've seen it.
Which is 12, I think. And you just do a skill point glitch instead to make sure you have a bunch of skill points on your imported plate. Not on the one like we're doing now.
Overload the canisters to clip. That's it. Let's get out of here.
So yeah. Most of this mission, get out of the way. Get out of the way. It's pretty straightforward. The only weird thing I do is pull out my gear instead of hold it out closer to the door. It's because it makes those guys stand up for some reason, and I want to have them stand up as quickly as possible so I can crouch. Because if they're like crouched, or if they're crouched down, you can't charge to them. So yeah, first mission. Not much to say about that one. Just things and run past stuff. That's what we do a lot of in this run. There are some more complicated strategies on some of these missions, but not the first couple. Alright, so now on this mission we have access to some new weapons, which is good.
Looks like everyone just got
Because pistol's pretty bad. But these weapons are still not great because I want to use assault rifles, which are the best
No structural damage.
weapon,
No signs of battle.
but the assault rifle they force us to use is really bad here.
Range.
But yeah, having assault rifles on Vanguard is one of the benefits of playing on New Game Plus. You normally can't get assault rifles if you start from a new save. It's like halfway through the game. So that's the main thing we go on New Game Plus for, is having access to better weapons. Having better skills only makes a small difference in comparison to better weapons.
Use overload on
Impressive! Enemy down!
This part here is kind of dumb. I want to have them kill these guys as much as possible. I'm just gonna run over to this door and hope they killed all of them. That was really... A lot of the times you just have to sit and wait there for a while to kill them all. Now I'm gonna send them over to the door here. It takes them forever to walk over if you do it, wait until they tell you to do it. Much easier to just tell them to start walking over there while you're still killing enemies.
They did want to get to Vito.
Fortunately, they like bug out and not actually go to cover. They'll just stand next to where they're supposed to go. I do have to like retell them to stand there. Alright, so I purposely fired that shot off here first before grabbing this ammo. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I missed like every shot because he didn't come and attack me, which he almost always does.
This should come in handy.
Okay.
Storm's coming. Storm coming. Storm. You don't know,
Oh, something else I guess I should explain,
but I see everything.
since it may not be super obvious how I'm skipping all this text so fast, is that it's I rebound text skip to mouse wheel. That's why you'll hear that weird buzzing sound during cutscenes. Because I'll be trying to skip through stuff that can't be skipped through. Yeah, so anyways, what was I saying? Heavy weapon ammo, for some reason, if you fire one shot off there and go grab it, grab the heavy weapon ammo, it'll give you 4 shots if you're empty, but if you don't, if you're not empty, it'll only give you 3 shots when you fire it off. And
Welcome aboard, Commander.
I can kind of explain why that happens, but it's not really that important. I can actually see the chat. Best time to ask questions are in between missions for this. Most of the time during missions I have to go relatively fast, so I don't have... Oh, fucking hell. Okay. I forgot... So this is supposed to be no DLC, but I forgot... I used all the DLC in a trilogy run I did the other day, so I completely forgot to turn it off. So... I'm just gonna have to purposely not use any of the DLC stuff. That's why you saw Zaid there, you use him in the DLC round. And I noticed because I had a DLC weapon access to it when I'm not supposed to. Thankfully I can like purposely avoid using it.
Complaining is pointless. I told you to get lost. This thing affects
talk to
Now
everyone.
you go.
Did you
I
forget
hate this
already?
dialogue.
The doctor? Yeah, Crazy bastard opened a clinic in the
So
district a few months
basically
ago.
what DLC lets you
Blue
do,
Suns weren't too happy when he
other than
moved
have
in.
better
I hear
guns,
Morden's trying to deal with the plague. Wish him luck. The area is still locked
is
down.
if you
Our orders are to wait
so
until
there's
either the plague
there
or the
is a
Blue
need
Suns kill
later in the
everyone.
game to have a certain number of
Then go
party
in and
members
clean up.
to trigger a main story mission. You need to have 8 in total. So normally when you get to the halfway point of the game horizon, you'd have 6, and you'd have to get 2 of Thane, Samar, or Tally, which is what I will do in this run. But if you have the DLC characters, you can just get Zaid and Kasumi instead, and that's way faster. I mean, do you want me to have to restart the run? I don't want to have to do that.
Don't shoot. They're cleared to come in.
The no DLC category is more interesting. Because the missions you can do instead of
Good luck in there.
Tally's and Samar's mission are way less interesting than their respective mission. Oh, I probably should have, like, changed my allies' weapons if I really wanted to call this no DLC, because I don't think it'll default to them using the DLC weapons. Oh well, who cares? It's just a fake one anyways. Okay, so one weird thing I do here is run over here. That's because for some reason, if I do that, only one wave of enemies will spawn here instead of 2. I have no idea why. But, full game. Alright, there weren't Morden's clinic thing. So I'll quickly explain something else. On this mission, well actually, the first couple missions you'll see me grab a bunch of upgrades. That's pretty much the only place I'm going to grab them. I grabbed the heavy weapon ammo one already, I grabbed the assault rifle one back there, I'm going to grab the Metagel one here. So the heavy weapon ammo one's really important.
I'm on a critical mission and I need your help.
Yes, good. Restore power. Release.
The assault rifle one I just grabbed because it's on the way. And useful. The Metagel one is for a trick I'm going to do like right at the end of the game. So I actually need 2 Metagel ones. One I'll grab way later on Ilium. Yeah, are you kidding me? Hadn't that happened in a while? Okay, I'm just gonna have to make sure I don't die here. Okay, so you can see what just happened there. I like charged, but I didn't charge. That happens a lot in this game. So a lot of the places you see me charge to someone who seems like they would be faster to charge to than the person I would, is most likely because whenever you charge to them, that thing will happen. So all of the charges are pretty well thought out to make sure you avoid that happening as much as possible and really do charge to the person who is best. Sometimes getting it to work and not work is basically just spamming the charge key, so you charge them like as soon as they get into your line of sight, because after that you'll no longer be able to charge them. Whether or not I let you charge is somewhat related to like line of sight and is this an area you're supposed to be able to stand in. It's off the main accessible path, which is like some place where enemies spawn from. Okay. So this guy here is nice today, but usually not. That guy usually just does not even spawn and you have to actually run all the way over rather than charge over. Having him spawn there saves a bunch of time.
Environmental.
So yeah, that's Morden's mission.
Gas, maybe? No.
You don't have to sit there and
Honestly,
guess.
his mission probably
We
has
collected
the most
samples from
of
one
what
the
you
colonies.
consider
I'd like to analyze them and
RNG,
figure
the
out how
enemies
the collectors
spawning,
did this.
and really just
Yes, of
where
course,
all enemies are
analyze the
standing and
samples.
spawning in
They're
that
going to
last
be in the lab.
section is
There's
kind
a
of
fully equipped lab on the
hard to
combat deck,
predict
Professor
and
Solus.
get
If you
close
find
to.
anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
pretty much all the
Well,
RNG in this
synthesized
run
voice, simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No.
is
Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
random
You're
shit
not here to study our aim.
like that. What year is this game from? 2010? So I'm gonna buy some of these upgrades. Yeah. I'll have other ones later, 'cause I do need to spend at
Commander,
least
you've received a
2
new
trips
message
there
at
to
the
get
private terminal.
upgrades. Alright, so here comes... Well, next comes probably the worst mission in the run. Well, one of the worst missions in the run. This is also the longest mission in the run, unless you count... Well, I guess other than the final mission.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. The Blue Suns are again in control of the area.
Unfortunate. Expected as much. Better than fortunate.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
So yeah, we do have to go talk to Arya to trigger this mission. You don't have to do it for Morden's mission, even though you can talk to her about figure out where Morden is. If you already know, you should go straight to it, but not for this mission. You actually have to just talk to her.
So,
I'm trying to track down.
But sometimes I have to be careful and not just
I hear you
go really fast on the mouse wheel. Otherwise I'll
Besides, I just
get out of the conversation without taking the choice I want to. So now, to the next mission.
Come on, let me in.
So Garrus's mission has one of probably the weirdest speed strats I think I've ever seen in this game, because it seems like it should be slow, but it's not. And the only reason it's in the run is because someone from BioWare, the company that makes this game, watched my run. Is like, hey, you could do this if you want to go fast here. And it's just so nonsensical. You would never think to try it yourself. Once you were like really bad at the game and noticed that was how it worked.
Guess we're going with the mercs.
So one of the parts of this I figured out on my own, which is you would think that you'd want to hack this heavy mech that comes in and attacks you later in the mission right here, but you don't. That was a part I figured out, but I would have never thought to try that if I had not known this first part. Which is coming up in about a minute and a half here or so.
Gotta get her back to 100% before Tarek decides he needs her again.
So I should also mention, well,
Archangel's
of
in
it,
trouble.
pretty much every place you can use a Renegade or Paragon Interrupted's faster too in this game. So you're gonna see me use them pretty much every time I get the option. Because otherwise you kind of have to wait around for a while for this animation to play.
hostiles!
While the Renegade or Paragon Interrupted animation afterwards is usually, the dialogue afterwards is usually skippable. Can't like skip through the dialogue that's trying to get you to use the interrupt. Okay,
They'll slot.
so here comes the weird strat.
More than scouts. One less now, though.
Indeed.
So
We
There's,
better get ready.
now there's
I'll
going to be
stay
a
up
bunch
here.
of
We can
waves
do a
of
lot
enemies
damage
attacking
from this
this
vantage
base,
point.
starting with
You?
a group of little mech
can do
guys.
what
So
you
we're going to
do
go
best.
first out.
Just like old
We're just going to
times.
charge out and kill the mech
Let's give these
guys. Then
bastards
we're going to do
everything
something.
we've got.
Moving.
So I'm going to tell them to stay there, because I don't want them to come teleport over to me while I'm down here. Okay, and now I'm going to run back to base. So,
Simple
You
enough.
got it.
essentially what happens here is there's supposed to be a certain number of waves of enemies before it triggers the next
Heads up. They're deploying snipers.
part of the mission. But there's like this
Eclipse mercs have made it into the base.
feature here to make it easier for you if you're bad, which is if you let them get in the base, and at least a certain amount of time has passed since the wave started, it'll just skip to the next part immediately, rather than do all the waves that it's supposed to do. So, I don't know why it's not triggering. There is no relationship percent category in this game because it would basically just be the same as any percent. Why is this not working? Was there really a guy alive somewhere in there? Are you fucking kidding me? I looked and I didn't see anyone. Wow. That's really dumb. Okay. So, kind of a similar thing to what I just did here. These waves of enemies will end faster if you kill that mech. That's why we don't want to hack it onto our side. Because we want it to be dead as soon as we can to make sure this part is fast.
That one. Not a problem.
Going now.
Should work nicely.
Okay, where they kill that guy? Not an issue.
Next.
They did eventually.
You're kicking it. Good luck.
It's no longer than it normally takes. In theory, they could suck so hard at killing him that he makes it into the base. But F it. Alright.
Get to the console and close that shutter before
That's pretty much it for weird strats here. So yeah, normally there's like 3 or 4 waves of enemies on each of those parts, but if you kill the mechs fast, it'll only be 2, and if you kill the first wave slow, let them into the base, it'll only be 1, the first part.
They're hitting me hard up here.
Okay. Come on. Been watching my trilogy run for the past week. That's cool. So yeah, for the first wave, or for the first shutter back here, there's pretty much no chance of them interrupting it. You can just walk right over to the next door. This one is true typically if I get to the shutter line fast enough. This one, I actually will just kill the enemies to make sure they don't interrupt the closing of the shutter. Don't do that. These first two enemies are really the only ones who can hunt. Look at that. Why are you kidding me? Why are you still alive?
Can't get a lock.
Why are you still alive?
Thanks, I think you're right. Tarek's got the toughest group, but nothing we haven't faced before. Besides, he won't be expecting us to meet him head-on and...
Look out.
Damn it! I thought I took that thing out already.
They fixed it, but not
Okay, so we're almost done with this mission now.
They're offloading troops. Watch your back.
Could burn through any armor.
Okay. actually cooperated from this. What the fuck is going on with this mission today? These guys stopped spawning too? Are you kidding me? Why? What's happening? Okay. I don't know what's going on with this mission. It would not be that helpful.
I took that thing out already.
They fixed it, but not completely. I made sure of that.
They're offloading troops. Watch your back, Shepard. Gotcha.
Looks like it should be a problem.
Direct organ trauma.
Because all the missions are super linear, there's not really that many places that out of bounds itself. There is one out of bounds we do in the run, but it's obviously not obviously. But it is in a done in a completely different way than in Mass Effect 1. But if it was possible to do it in the same way you do it in Mass Effect 1, it probably still wouldn't be that much more helpful. For this mission, for example, you would think the most useful way to do it would be, okay, you can get down to the shutter area first, but that area doesn't load in completely. You try to go out of bounds to get there, and don't do the thing. Don't trigger it that way it's triggered. That's kind of true for a lot of things like that in this run. Alright, well, lost like a minute there because... but whatever. Alright, so now we have to go to Jack's mission, which is... no. The game doesn't usually allow you to charge to enemies that are in unreachable positions. May have had it happen once, but typically doesn't let you do that. Yeah, I'm playing on PC. So this is like one of the shortest missions in the run. Since this is a shooter marathon, I should explain shootering
Have you had any
in this
escape
game.
attempts?
The best guns are all assault rifles. The best gun in the actual game is a DLC only.
Inhumane. Unacceptable.
I'm using the next best thing, I guess, which is the rifle that's the best at long range, like less kick, least recoil, which is basically just what I want. A lot of recoil. This rifle is not great, but there's not really that many different kinds of weapons in the game, so there's not really much you can do. That's
Warning. Warning.
Sounds like heavy fire.
All guards, restore order. Lethal force authorized, but don't kill Jack. Techs locked down.
so heavy weapons. You haven't really seen me use.
No survivors.
Okay, you've seen me use some heavy weapons already, but not really the way that you normally. I mean, you haven't seen me use them in a way that saves a ton of time yet. You'll see that on the next mission. That's why That's why I'm grabbing a bunch of these power cells as heavy weapon ammo. Here, on this mission. I need to have a lot to be able to use this weapon. Come on. Unlock. What? Wait, are you fucking kidding me? Why does this keep happening today? As you can see, this game can be done. But enemies will just hide behind cover forever.
Breached in sectors 12, 14, and 30.
Full alert! Find Jack! All guards to cell block 1!
Here we go. One down. What the heck?
Alright. That's kind of bad. Because the enemy spawning. Not spawning, hiding. Ideally, when I kill that mech, my teammates will have already killed all the rest of the random enemies behind me. So yeah, that's another thing that's really annoying about getting a good time in this game. You really have to depend on your teammates to kill these for you, and they're really bad at it.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
What's Martin Sheen's character in this game? You don't fight him in this game, first off, you fight him in the next game. You will see his character. Or not this mission, the next mission after that. He's basically your boss, the elusive man.
Broadcasting orders over loudspeaker.
Alright, so now I've
Stay
switched
focused.
to
We're looking for a Krogan warlord.
a different heavy weapon, which is the cane. Which is probably the thing that saves the most time about playing a New Game Plus, having access to the cane. The heavy weapon that's just very useful. Assuming you use it soon enough if you don't know what it is already.
Fuck it. Patrol.
Wrong move.
But yeah, having access to this gun probably saves 5 or 6 minutes over New Game, at least. Or I used to know how much it saved, but I don't anymore. The one spot it saves the most time, it saves a little over 3 minutes. But there's like 5 places that saves time.
Don't like the look of that.
Can you hear what the streamer said? I was just talking about the heavy weapon I just equipped. It saves like 6 minutes. Over playing in New Game where you wouldn't have access to it. It's the main thing that saves time in New Game Plus. Saves maybe like 30-40 seconds on this mission. I forget how much. So yeah, you'll be seeing me do a lot more of those the rest of the run. That's the first place you actually see one, but I have to do a lot of those.
Get ready.
charge. So yeah, one thing you'll see me do in some places is that charge restores your shields by about 50%, so I usually use it in places not just that it's fast, gets you too fast, but also places where oh, there is no battle between Shepard and the Elusive Man in this game. It's in the next game. It's LettersWords. Actually, I think I purposely didn't say a GDQ. They were making some joke out of it, and I just like, whatever, I'll go with this. LettersWords. That is indeed what Blood Thunder thought I said when I told him my name at GDQ the first time he met me. Okay, so this is where I'll use this gun. This is basically a nuke launcher. It's very good for boss fights. That fight usually takes pretty long, playing casually, but because there's like basically 2 boss enemies there. But yeah, oh, I go fast. Alright. So I'll see the Elusive Man in like 20 seconds there. I do actually have to go out and make it think that, or have her tell me that the Elusive Man is waiting for me. I can just try to trigger him there immediately, even though I already know. Yeah. Here's Martin Sheen. For anyone who...
Shepard, I think...
So this is another annoying mission. So the main thing that's annoying here is you have to do a bunch of the little hacking minigames and such while under fire from enemies. And if you ever get hit by enemies while you're doing one, you have to restart it, which is bad, I guess. Oh, the stream went down. You guys didn't miss anything.
Mort, you sure these armor upgrades will protect us from the Seeker swarms?
Certainty impossible, but in limited numbers, should confused detection make us invisible to swarms.
Other than my explanation of why this mission sucks.
In theory, experimental technology. Only test is contact with Seeker swarms. Have to test them first. Should be exciting.
Commander, we're getting interference. I can't maintain.
Collector ship disrupting communications.
We're on our own.
Fire imminent.
Yes, sir.
Team.
Just like
Yeah.
progress. Tycoon. God.
No signs of...
Oh, is it in the title as LettersWords? That's fine, I don't really care. Nah, don't watch the beam stream. LettersWords.
Taking cover.
This personally.
The wrong capitalization. Alright, so I grabbed the collector particle beam there just to refresh my ammo. I switch back to the cane here. It's better. Okay, hopefully that's
Going to cover! I expect to run across more paralyzed colonists in this area.
Colonists loaded on ship. Collector Billy's interference. Need to hurry.
Oh, you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, I screwed up. Oh god. This is bad.
Leave the dead where they fall.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Attacks will tear you apart.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
If I
So
must
bad.
tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
Yeah, that's really bad. So yeah, stuff like that is why this mission sucks. Well, okay. Stuff like if you mess it up, keep getting interrupted by enemies, that's why this mission sucks. Actually screwing up there was mostly my fault, because of the strategy I used to do these, which is not the strategy most people would think it is. Like, most people would just like peek at what symbols are and use that to match them up, but there's a better way. But it's possible to mix it up depending on where they're actually situating themselves.
Moving.
This one is just completely random. What? I don't even know what interrupted me there. Oh god. Wow, that. That's annoying.
Normandy.
Area recalibrated.
Yeah, pretty much everyone makes that mistake, so it's fine.
Bypassing fail-safes and attempting emergency power-up. Please hold a defense tower.
Don't charge to him. Charge to him. Where is this going? So I always try to kill Harbinger last because otherwise you'll get multiple Harbingers. And that's good because it takes longer to kill than the other enemies. So yeah, I mostly only use charge for powers, other than my teammates' ones, but here is one of 2 or 3 places where I'll use shock. Mostly only useful against husks. Because otherwise it doesn't really, it just knocks enemies over.
Guess we got their attention.
Kill them. Whatever husks. Husks it'll kill. Are you kidding me? Where? This is what happens when charge does not work for you. So yeah, this one is really terrible so far. Oh wow, put me this far back too? Oh god.
Not difficult.
That's bad. What the fuck is going on?
Incoming.
Oh, it put me even further back than I thought? Oh my god, this is really bad. I thought it would put me on the second wave at least, but no, put me back to the beginning of this part. That's bad. Okay. Well, there goes any... I mean... Oh my god. This stop clicking out of the screen. Game. Don't know where any man. Sorry that I can charge. So yeah, that's what happens when you play the game 4 hours of sleep. That's don't speedrun on 4 hours of sleep, guys. Not healthy. Also, I haven't played this game since I did my trilogy run last weekend. So that probably didn't help either.
Doubtful that enemy has withdrawn. Reinforcements likely.
Yeah, the game can soft lock in a bunch of places. It's okay, we'll still be underestimated. It's likely.
Sequential power-up initiated. Guardian anti-ship batteries at 40%.
Guess we got there again.
Yeah, I'm actually playing on the easiest difficulty. It's very easy to die on the easiest difficulty. You go YOLO like I do. Yeah.
Get ready.
We're gonna nuke another guy. Sort of. Okay, we're actually gonna nuke the wall. It's gonna kill a guy.
We need that system online.
The splash damage.
Batteries at 100%. I have control.
No! Sure, I remember.
Yeah. You'll see tally in this one. Though. This is a much better category than what I had to do for Mass Effect 2 and Trilogy. I was just trying to do Trilogy as fast as possible. Ish. Okay. So now I'm gonna talk to Jacob. This will unlock his loyalty mission. I don't want to do his loyalty mission, but I do want to do another mission in the same sector. The only way to get that sector is to unlock his loyalty mission. The other thing I'm going to do here is get Ron. So I did mention I need 8 total party members. I have 5 right now. If I let Run, I have 6, and if I get Tally and Samara, I'll have 8. So no Thane.
The subject is stable. Very well.
Slow. But we will see. Tally. Briefly. Yeah, this is unfortunately just not a cutscene. For most part. Until he starts talking to you.
Human.
Alright.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
So now we're going to recruit Tally. This mission is probably the most broken mission in the run. Well, this is where the one out of those we use in the run is. This out of bounds probably saves about 3 minutes if you do it optimally. Which is not particularly easy to do. Even if you do it kind of slow, it still saves some time. But usually like a minute and a half.
This radiation is causing trouble for
my shield.
slow.
Need to avoid sunlight. Keep to shaded areas.
So the first thing you're going to see me do is not actually go out of bounds.
Dropship inbound.
There's a bunch of enemies that spawn. You can tell by her saying dropship. You float up here and then come back down, it'll despawn all of them. Which is important because trying to do the actual out of bounds part is pretty hard if you're getting shot at the whole time and you'll die. This first part of getting out of bounds is probably the hardest
We need to find a path that
part of
dips
the
into
whole thing.
sun. It's wreaking havoc on our shields.
Avoid sunlight. I forget what the exact explanation of this is. The sun is bad. Oh my god, I got it and then... Oh, you're kidding me. Out of the way. Okay, cool. Now we're out of bounds. This is one of the main things it skips. There's this whole sequence here where you're supposed to... It's not going to trigger now. It's the way I got here, but we're supposed to like go get 2 bombs and blow up this thing that's blocking the path. I'm not going to do that. Are you kidding me?
My shields are down.
What is going on here? This one's usually not that hard. Cool. This is the second hardest part. To get to actually work. It worked. So the other big thing it skips is there's this whole sequence when you get in this room here after getting past that pillar. Where you have to kind of like stand around and wait until Tally sends a message to you, which takes fucking forever.
These buildings are Quarian. This colony predates the Geth uprising.
Colony is deep in Geth.
This puts us right on the other side of where that is.
We've been spotted. Enemy down. Perfect.
This is actually the hardest part of this. You can die here. It's bad if you die. Because you have to go all the way back to the start of the whole out of bounds place. And there's no opportunity for you to save while out of bounds, because it thinks you're in combat the whole time. You can't save while in combat.
Over here! Get to cover!
Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Charge did not want to work. So ideally what you want to do is shoot off the nuke and then do that. And charge directly through him and it'll be really fast. But for some reason charge very often does not like to work with the Colossus. And there's not really a good way to get it to work consistently. Thing is like
Let me finish this download.
a bunch of radiation, basically. I forget exactly what. Something to do with dark energy's explanation. If I recall correctly. Alright, see you later. That wasn't terrible. But not great. Alright, so something you're going to be seeing me do here that may not make a lot of sense. I'm going to be doing these random side missions that are really short. So I mentioned earlier, there's an 8 character trigger for one of these main missions. That's not the only trigger, So the trigger is do 5 missions after Horizon and have 8 party members. Or pretty much anything. So pretty much recruit missions, loyalty missions, and these random side missions count towards what the game considers a mission. So these random short missions are really, sorry, side missions are really short. Much shorter than doing extra recruitments or loyalties that you don't need to do. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of this. I'll be doing 3 out of the 5 missions I do after Horizon will be them. And then I'll do 2 more later. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this mission. And this is the one I had to talk to Jacob on. Yeah, I did not make that emote, but someone did, and I stole it from them, so it's always fun. Now we're gonna go grab some more. So pretty much what order I do missions in is mostly just based off of like what stuff is closer on the galaxy map to each other. Doesn't save that much time, saves like fractions of seconds, but maybe like a second. Yeah, you could really do these missions in mostly any order. I just want to do tallies first, because that's one of the things that's hardest to get fast. Going for a good time. Yes, this is the game called No Man's Sky. So yeah. Here, I'm gonna go grab some more upgrades from this vendor. Second here.
Customs records indicated just a car.
Then go talk to Liara, and then go do some Mars mission.
Liara to Sony may have more information. Her office overlooks the
So yeah,
trading floor.
these are, well, the main upgrade I want to get here, trick I'm going to do much later in the game, so I need 2 meta-gel upgrades for that. I already have 1. So it's like, I'll also just buy biotic because it's here. It actually says 1 out of 5, but that's because I didn't buy it off. I didn't research it off the research terminal yet, but I do have 2. This is the only time I'll see Liara.
Paid the bill, and if you need, you can find.
This dialogue is really hard to go through fast.
Another difficult development for human expansion as the colony on Horizon has been attacked. The Council has pledged to investigate the matter thoroughly as a possible indication of attacks on humans.
So yeah. That part back there where I got Tally, unfortunately that's pretty much the only place you'll see Tally. Run, other than on character party select screen.
Does living at a higher altitude make you more
There is one more place, but we'll save that for later.
Trust me, the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business. No. Can I help you with...
Other way, Morden.
I have to go.
Good luck.
Yeah, this mission's relatively straightforward. Just kill shit fast, basically. That's the key to it. As a shooter, so I guess it makes sense.
Anaya told us to let you through.
Shit.
Watch yourself. There's work activity back here. We're waiting on that.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a decent number of actually required fights, which a lot of missions don't have any required fights. This one has more than a lot of them do.
Engaged.
It's the first one. This one probably has also the hardest set of charges to pull off fast. Mostly because you have to work with very little line of sight to get to like very specific positioning. Okay, I'm just gonna have to do this because I already have like no. What is that lag about? Are you kidding me? Don't do that. Stop warping me.
You're dead.
It really makes no sense how Vanguards have warp, but Vanguards can't actually learn warp in this game. So coming here is the main boss fight we have to do without using heavy weapons. That's because I need to save this ammo for something else later. It saves more time than using it here would. You know, limited ammo. I missed one of my teammates' abilities there, so this is going to take longer to get. Teammate abilities are what does the most damage to this. Right. Are you fucking kidding me?
I was standing down with.
Why did that happen? I literally need to fire one more shot at it. Be careful in this. Make sure I don't screw up. I have 0 ammo, that's bad. Find some somewhere. Let's go forward. Your cousin.
You won't get away.
Where is it now? Find some ammo. There. Ammo. Okay, I'm just gonna have to switch to another gun. Unusual. Run out of ammo here. Okay. I just get confused on the next mission. Are you kidding me?
That must be the ship's Samara.
Yeah, the game wants me to reload, but I don't have any ammo to reload with. Normally it'll just automatically switch to another weapon when you run out of ammo. Okay, it's actually when you try to fire with no ammo. Which normally means I do it by accident, because I don't realize I've run out of ammo. what I did that time. Yeah, now we got some aura. So now I'm gonna get these last couple upgrades here.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
And now just do more random missions to trigger the next main story mission as fast as possible. Gotta do 2 more missions. So, this one is pretty short, the other one is the shortest. So what I'll do after this is actually the shortest random mission you can do the entire game.
Probe away.
All of them are within, 15 or 20 seconds of each other. For the most part.
A sandstorm is approaching from the northwest. Proceed with caution.
So yeah, this mission will not have any shots fired on it. Just run the button, run back. That's it. You do fire a lot of shots. A lot of shit.
Hostiles to the left.
Hostiles powering up at your location. Recommend immediate extraction.
Allied force casualties.
Mostly having access to better guns saves some time. It's actually not that different
Come on, we need to leave.
on New Game Plus. Yeah, I answered it at the beginning. It's mostly what it has to do with. You're actually not that much stronger than you would be in a new game run. Not as much as you are in most games where you are definitely a bit stronger, but not like so much that you're killing enemies in one hit. Challenge at all. Let's see this. Like New Game Plus, this game is still pretty challenging. Mass Effect 1, it's not at all challenging. You can never die much. Mass Effect 3. Well, it really depends on Mass Effect.
Launching probe.
You can't really die at all in Mass Effect 3 if you're playing on the easiest difficulty in a speedrun. So, I guess New Game is not really that different than New Game Plus in Mass Effect 3. Other than how quickly you kill enemies. You're not gonna die either way. It's very important that I stand far away when I do this, because if I don't, it'll like lock onto one of the enemies. Like if it shows their health bar, the cane will lock onto one of the enemies, and it'll like home in on them rather than go where I shoot it. And if it homes in on them, it won't kill all 3 of the mechs in one shot. So that's bad.
The elusive man wishes to speak to you in a
Because I can't fire it again. More ammo. You need to have at least, you see, when I fire it, it says I usually have like 115%. You need at least 100% to even fire it. So here's the main place where I have to use something instead of it. Because I really need it on the mission after this. But I still need to use... I still want to use heavy weapons here. I just don't want to use as much ammo as it would require to fire it. Also kind of interesting is that, how much ammo you get from picking up heavy weapon ammo really depends on what gun you're holding. And the cane is actually one of the worst in terms of what percentage of your ammo you fills up. It fills up like 14% of your max. Most of the guns fill up like 20% of your max when you pick up heavy weapon ammo. It's very strange. I don't know why that is. Yeah. It's also for some reason that I still have no idea why it happens. On certain missions, after you finish it, it'll refresh your heavy weapon ammo, and other missions it won't. There's not really any meaningful reason why it should be certain missions, and it should be the missions that it does refresh on.
Commander, you gotta hear this. On a hunch, I asked ED to run an analysis on this ship.
Like for example, the mission I just did, it refreshes after. This mission it won't.
The same ship dogging me for
So it's not like just main story missions, no. It's like random side mission it will, this mission it won't. That's another reason why I don't want to use cane here. I won't have enough ammo to use it again on the next mission, or to use it on the if I use it here. Because I don't get a refill. A lot of other missions where I use it like two missions in a row, it's got refilled for some reason.
Where are the bodies of the collected crew? Careful.
ED?
Connection reestablished. I need to finish the download before I can override any systems.
Alright, so
Then you'd better get it done fast.
this it has one of my favorite parts of the run on it. Section here. So I'll be sure to show that off when it comes up in a second here.
Come on, speed it up.
Alright. So watch right there. Crook just flies off. I feel like that's something they had noticed when it happened. I just thought it was too funny to remove.
Get us out of here. I am simultaneously fighting collective firewalls. I am tasked to capacity. Around the corner, take the door on your right.
So, sort of almost done with this mission now. Now we're just kind of going back to where the start was. Except through a slightly different path that has a bunch of enemies on it instead of main thing we have to do is this fight here.
Opening a door on the far side of the room.
So hopefully it won't be much of an issue, but I need to have 360 ammo left on this gun to get this fight. It's usually not a huge issue. Because there is a thing of ammo back here. Don't get stuck on him, please. It's possible to dodge getting hit by that guy, but doesn't happen very often. You always get hit by him and then he just takes out your entire shield in one shot. It's not one charge to you. But it's really hard to charge the right guy here because they're just kind of running all over the place and blocking your line of sight. Alright. So this mission is where New Game Plus saves the largest amount of time over New Game. About 3.
I have also determined the approximate location of the collector homeworld based on navigational data.
So it's like 5:30 to 5:40-ish in a good run. Who's the best DLC character? Well, I mean, when it's Kasumi or Zaid, it's not hard to beat Zaid. Zaid's pretty boring.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know where I am. What mission I'm on. No, it's dumb. I did not need to leave there. Kinda saved. I realized what I was doing. So I could get over to the other side of the area faster.
We have no fuel.
What?
An emergency FTL
What the fuck did I
jump is
just do?
necessary to reach a fuel
Buy
station.
fuel. God. This is me being very dumb. Don't do drugs, kids. I didn't do drugs. Don't do no sleep, kids. It's bad for you. You're gonna see some weird stuff here.
What's with
As I
all the
come
job,
in.
Joker?
Doing my best.
This
The
is
wind's
because
gusting to 500 kph.
I made a bunch of INI edits to be able to skip certain cutscenes. But this one it doesn't actually save
It's
time.
not transmitting any IFF.
I never removed them for this mission. There's only one place where it
I
saves
guess we know why the science team
Saves time.
stopped reporting in.
So use INI edits to allow you to skip more cutscenes. But it looks funny here, so
What just happened?
I'll leave it in.
The Reaper's Mass Effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope.
Especially that part where his eyes roll back into his head.
Eye of the hurricane, huh?
Advanced equipment. All
It is Seth Green.
Don't take too long. I'll have the ship ready to pick you up. Normandy out.
This is disconcerting. Did the Geth do all this?
Headed for combat. High pressure tanks.
So to have enough ammo to use the cannon into this mission, I need to pick up 2 of the 3. Ammo is canisters in this area.
wandering the site. Problematic.
So that's 1 of 2 that I'll grab. Okay. Try to put them there so they'll block the enemies from getting to me. Oh gee, oh my food. limited heal instead. Very, very bad. Very bad. Don't do that.
Enemy down. Running downwind.
I'm taking fire. Can't target.
Wish I were standing downwind. Out that one.
Going now.
Alright. They're not completely useless. Alright, so this is why New Game Plus saves a lot of time. So typically this core thing will only stay open until you do 20%, use 25% damage to it. And then it'll close off and you have to kill a bunch of enemies before it opens up again. And you have to keep doing that over and over again. Until you eventually kill it normally, but if you have the cane you can just destroy it in one shot. Sorry. Morning. So yeah, that saves like 3 minutes to be able to just avoid the sequence of waves where you have to deal with it. Alright, so now we just have to do 2 random more missions and then we can get into the end game. Because after you get the Reaper IFF, you have to do 2 missions and then the other thing where you install it. Collectors attack the ship and Joker and shit happens.
Only half our fuel remains. I have detected an anomaly. Probe launched.
Made you yawn? Sorry about that.
Scans have found some.
It's a weird there. Oh. I wish I had time to explain how I do these, but it slows me down too much to explain how you do them. So hopefully it's clear enough to really pay attention. This pattern's really very tired. So if I don't screw anything up as a result of being sleepy. At least any more than I already have. Alright, so here's the last mission we'll have to do.
Launching probe.
Tricking the end game.
Something on our sensors.
Why is it so unnaturally insane nice? Because genetic modification, I guess. Another question, why would that be something her father would pick her to have? That's the real question.
We're out of fuel. Engaging FTL drive for an emergency jump to a fuel station.
Okay. So, the thing with Joker is supposed to trigger the next time you land on a planet, but for some reason, trying to enter the Omega-4 relay when you actually can't counts as trying to land on a planet. And since we need to go through the Omega-4 relay right after this, it's the fastest place to try to land.
I'm telling you, Edie, your readings are off. It's radiation, just white noise.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static. We are transmitting the Normandy's location.
We've got about 20 minutes left at this point. Here you'll see some more weird Joker face. This one especially is pretty good.
We're getting out of here!
Propulsion systems are disabled. I'm detecting a virus in the ship's computers.
From the IFF? Damn it, why didn't you...
So there actually are
Primary
two
defense
strats to
systems
playing
are
as
offline.
Joker,
We can save the Normandy, Mr. Moreau, but you must help me.
which may seem kind of surprising, but there are two
Give me
speed
the
strats
ship.
to this.
What? You're crazy!
One
You start singing Daisy Bell and I'm
definitely do
done.
every time, the other one is kind of
Unlock my
just...
databases and I can initiate
I don't know how
countermeasures. The
I pull
maintenance
it off or
shaft
not.
in the science lab will allow passage to the AI core. Main corridors are no longer safe. The collectors have boarded. The emergency floor lighting will guide you, Mr. Moreau.
God damn it.
So... no speed strats from Joker here. But... coming up. Floor? Yeah, this floor. So the strat here is you can like talk to Edie, and if you do like talk to her quick enough and skip through the dialogue quick enough, you'll basically just it'll just look like I start talking to her and then I go down off the floor. I'm not sure if I'll pull it off or not.
Joker, this deck is crawling with those things.
It's so derpy because I edits.
Shit, shit, shit!
Main fusion plant
Space
offline.
vampire
Activating
is
emergency
basic.
H fuel cells.
Let's see if I pull this off.
Shit!
I did kind of good that time. Good. So here's the main speed strat for playing this Joker. That one saves like a second maybe. You're probably. Speed strat is to not follow the lights. So if you follow the lights, you have to wait for the collectors to get out of the way before you can go up the stairs. But if you go the other way, you can just go up the stairs and right into the engine room. The button faster.
Activate the drive and go on there.
So if you do this fast, you can see right there. It's like playing her two dialogues at once. The one that's supposed to play while you're waiting for the collector to move out of the way, and the one that's supposed to play when this cutscene is playing.
Hostiles are return purge is complete. No other life
And the
forms
game
on
gets
board.
confused about
Securing
what to do with
airlocks and
Joker here.
cargo bay doors.
So watch closely his face. When he's
Send a message to Shepard Shuttle.
He doesn't actually talk.
Message away. Are you feeling well, Jeff?
No. But thanks for asking.
So yeah. We're done playing this Joker, thankfully now. Don't need to be limping around anymore. now we can go through the Megafort Relay. This is the main place where the I edits that I did to skip cutscene saves time. You can save a lot of the... Or you can skip a lot of the cutscenes.
Samara has asked to speak with
You have to
when you have a moment,
watch
Shepard.
before going... Or, sorry, after going through.
Please confirm destination, Shepard.
You got it.
He is talking with the power of his mind. That's actually one place where... Only one of two places where you'll see someone talk without... Or sorry. Someone will talk without moving their mouth in this run. The other one's coming up short.
Let's make it happen.
This one, it's not really related to doing something the game doesn't expect you to do. It's something they should have
Commander, the drive core
programmed
just lit up like a
in,
Christmas
but
tree.
didn't for some reason.
Drive core electrical charge at critical levels.
Rerouting.
Brace for deceleration.
Oh shit. Too close.
Yep. Fireware.
These must be all the ships that tried to make it through the Omega 4 relay.
Yes, in both this game and the next game.
I have detected an energy
You
signature
play
at
as
the
the
edge of the accretion
character.
disk.
Has to be the collector base.
Yeah.
Take us in for a closer look.
Careful,
Nice
Shepard.
and easy.
We have company.
The Joker sequence in this game doesn't really make any plot sense. Like,
Those beams again, not again.
why would everyone leave the... Like, literally, no... There's never a time when everyone leaves the
EKG
ship
has flatlined.
in the game. It's only every 3 people, but then for some reason everyone leaves the ship at once other than Joker and random crew members. This doesn't make sense.
I'm sorry.
Alert.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see a lot of people die this run, by the way.
Cargo hold.
So get used to
I'll
that.
take a team and deal with the intruder. You get the rest of them off our tail.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Jack died. It's just the beginning.
We'll need heavy weapons to take it down.
So for some reason if you crouch right here, this Oculus will never hit you. Good morning.
We're sitting ducks out here. I have to try to lose them in the debris
This one is garbage.
Our kinetic barriers are not designed to survive impact with debris that size, Shepard.
No time to upgrade
So-
now. We're going in.
Save them. Saving people is slow.
Kinetic barriers at 40%.
Reroute non-critical
This is a
power.
speed run.
This is gonna hurt.
Save people in a speed run. Oh, here's Telly, by the way. Second time you see her in the run.
Damage report.
Explosion in main engineering. Damage was contained. Unfortunately, Tally did not make it.
Take the helm, Edie, and keep it slow. See if we can avoid any more attention.
I have detected an enemy heading for the cargo hold.
That thing again. This one's up to Shepard.
I nuked my ship, but it's okay. It's okay, guys. Okay, so this is the time where Miranda's gonna talk to her
We're about to clear the debris field.
without moving her mouth. Right there.
There
I
it
think
is.
she's up.
The collector base.
I just always assume she's up
See if you can
in
find a
the
place to
cockpit
land
the
without
entire
blocking
time with
attention.
Joker, but she actually isn't.
Too
If you
late.
ring her there.
Looks like they're sending out an old friend to
Get
greet
in
us.
close. Point
And if you,
blank, right
you'll run back up.
Riggedy, hold on. This is gonna get ugly. Come on, you miserable sons of bitches!
Oh, there's Garrus. We kill all the good people on this run.
Look out!
Mass effect
Jack, I
field
guess, is
generators are offline. Edie, give me
the only people you
Generators
actually see
unresponsive.
die, because all the other cutscenes I can skip through of people dying. There's 3. One you definitely see die.
You okay?
Everyone will die.
a rib. Or all of them.
Multiple core systems overloaded during the crash. Restoring operation will take time.
We all knew this was likely a one-way trip.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop the collectors, but I plan to live to tell about it.
I'm glad you're in charge. What's next?
Joker, you and Edie get the ship back online. Miranda, gather everyone else in the briefing room.
Alright, so now we're gonna sacrifice Joker to the gods. Not Joker, Jacob. Section.
we planned this mission, but this is where we're at. Grunt.
Yeah, there's not much of an everyone else at this point. Down to 5. Wait, let's switch. Just in case I need to kill some enemies.
Second team.
So this section, you actually, so you're supposed to open these 8 vent things to bring the person through, but you only actually need to open the first and last one.
They've seen us.
It's Grunt. We're taking heavy fire, but we're moving forward.
So that's what you'll see me do here. Or valve, whatever.
Something's blocking the pipe. Looks like some kind of gate.
There.
Button.
The gate is open. Moving forward.
Everyone dying is the best part of the speedrun. What you're talking about.
It's Grunt. Lots of enemies here. We're falling behind schedule.
Much damage. Yeah, we're kicking Hansu's butt here, guys. Come on. I do that to give myself some health back.
Here, but we're pinned down. You've got to open the doors.
Charge animation. Out of the way.
Miranda,
I'll keep the defenders busy.
What is the thing I'm carrying around my back? New launcher.
Moving out. Try to stay close, Commander.
You'll see me take it out in a minute here.
damn. The swarms are interfering with radio contact. You ready for this?
Let's go, Commander. Incoming.
I'm blocked.
We are Hawk. You will know pain, Shepard.
Can't fight back like this. Taking cover. Tell me when you're ready to move out. All clear. All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up.
That ass so fat has its own gravity.
Enemy closing.
This is not just me going in circles. He was pushing me out of the way of her. Circles around her.
Hostiles. Dead ahead.
So yeah, now I have this launcher out. That's it. All of these enemies here.
Hostile fire. Moving to cover. Tell me when you're ready to move. All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up. Moving out.
Unfortunately, we do have to wait around for this for the most part. The reason I got all these meta gels grades way earlier is they unlock another upgrade which I also got, which allows you to use metagel to heal yourself, not just bring enemies or bring dead party members back alive.
Could be a tough fight. I'll hold this position until you're ready to move out.
Should be the trick.
Impact shot.
Which you can use to stay alive while you're outside of this world here. If I were to do it now, I'd be able to make it over to end of the mission, but then I would just soft lock because I haven't triggered all the triggers. Damn it, run.
I'll put them down.
I have to wait until this
All
wave
clear.
is killed and then I can turn over.
Moving out, Commander. You're leaving the barrier. You're leaving the barrier. You're leaving the barrier.
Saves about 30-40 seconds. Maybe more, I forget how much exactly.
Enemies incoming!
Can I restart? Unfortunately not. Victoria, because she wants to survive this. Victoria, because she's the best party member. In terms of usefulness. Oh, that's one thing I never explained. I pretty much bring Warden and Miranda along the entire time because of their abilities. What? Weird. Miranda has both Overload and Warp, which are both good. And Warden has instant issues. Good. You want things that help you take down barriers, shields, armor, enemies. Armor is the biggest issue, that's why I want these two in specific. Not sure why I have like no ammo already. No ammo. Did like no ammo drop this whole time?
There we go!
I don't have to do that. I don't want their things to kill me. I guess it's... I don't usually run out of ammo until after these guys.
This is it. All the tubes lead to this spot. Edie, what can you tell us? What are they doing?
The tubes are feeding into some kind of superstructure. It is emitting both organic and non-organic energy signatures. Given these readings, it must be massive.
Good morning.
If my calculations are correct,
I'm just in time for the end, Rexy.
is a Reaper.
Not just any Reaper. A human Reaper.
Cool honor.
Precisely.
It is 9 a.m. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tubes injecting the fluid are a weak structural link. Destroying them should cause the supports to collapse and the Reaper to fall.
So we're almost
Give
done
us a minute,
here.
Edie. We gotta take care of some
And
old
how bad I
friends
am
first.
at doing this
Enemies
fight.
incoming! Heavy fire imminent.
Okay, I'm just gonna go grab this ammo now.
You will know pain, Shepard. Cannot stop us.
Shoot the...
Did actually get it. Cool. I usually don't get that all in one wave. Alright.
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
I'm gonna do this in the fun way. Alright, so get ready on time. Time. Let me show you guys. Show you Shepard dying, and then we'll just say so long and good luck with the next run.
Tell them.
You tell them. You're not doing this to me again.
Got to warn them. More are coming. Joker. Go.
Commander!
Rip Shepard. Okay. There you go. Shepard died. Everyone died. Alright. See you guys. I don't know. I don't remember what happens next, but yeah. I should keep watching this game. Or not this game, this stream. Shots fired is pretty fun.